Will the Big Apple get serious about protecting the people collecting its trash and recyclables? Stop down to the curb to find out more. Hello, I'm Waste and Recycling News Editor John Campanelli. In New York, it's a felony to assault a police officer, firefighter, EMT, the woman writing traffic tickets, even the guy directing traffic. But there's one group of public employees who are left off that protected list: city sanitation workers. Reported assaults on New York City garbage workers almost doubled in 2011. Sanitation workers have been threatened with knives and punched. One worker was even attacked by a motorist with a shovel because his garbage truck wasn't moving fast enough. That has prompted state lawmakers to propose legislation that would make it an automatic Class D felony to attack one of New York's strongest. Here's Harry Nespoli, head of the Uniformed Sanitation Men's Association, the union representing the workers.
We cannot continue beating up sanitation workers. My big thing is to have a sticker on back of the truck, and big enough so that they can read it, saying it is a felon now if you attack a sanitation worker, hoping that just that there might slow down the public and think about it. We don't want any problems. We want to just do our work and get out of the way.
As it's written now, the proposed law would protect only New York City sanitation workers. Workers from elsewhere in the state or those working for private companies would not be covered. In other news, Waste Connections Incorporated reported record revenue for 2011 and isn't letting up on the throttle for the future. 2011 saw the company top the $1.5 billion mark in total revenue and post earnings over $165 million. In a conference call with reporters and analysts announcing the earnings, Waste Connections CEO Ron Mittelstadt said the company is going to be aggressive but sensible in its acquisitions and will avoid overpaying and growing solely for growth's sake. Speaking from the company's new headquarters in The Woodlands, Texas, Mittelstadt revealed exactly how much he thinks the company can grow.
This is our first earnings call from our new corporate headquarters in The Woodlands, Texas. We are all excited about this move since this centrally located business and tax-friendly environment should ideally position us for our next growth phase, as we expect to more than double the size of the company over the next decade.
Citing a central location and favorable tax environment, Waste Connections announced its move from its longtime home near Sacramento to the Houston area late in 2011. Finally, here's a story about a company that's far away from $1 billion in revenue. Trevor Mance began his hauling business in Shaftesbury, Vermont while still in high school, buying a 60-stop route from a coworker for $3,000. Here's Mance talking about those early days.
When I bought out that route, started picking up on Saturdays with a pickup truck with 60 stops, and then kind of grew from there. Some mostly organically, just kind of word of mouth. Had an awful advertising campaign where I would drive around on a moped with some flyers that my brother and I made. Something about a garbage magician, put it out at the curb and then it would disappear. Wasn't the best idea that we had, but it did get us 7 big stops, big as in residential at the time. We thought that we were really rocking and rolling.
Now, 15 years later, Mance's TAM Incorporated really is rocking and rolling. With 3,000 residential and 500 commercial customers, 20 employees, 14 trucks, and a transfer station. At only 32 years old, Mance still has plenty of time to reach $1 billion. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week at the Curb.